A cat kept stealing puppies for a reason that shocks her neighborhood. Canines and felines don't always get along, but in one South Carolina household, these two species interacted in a way that nobody could have imagined. A cat named Miss Kitty and a dog named Smoochie lived together in the small town of Seneca and seemed pretty normal until one event turned their family upside down. Soon after, the animal's owner caught Miss Kitty carrying one of Smoochie's puppies across the yard. But why? She had to find out.
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
Miss Kitty wasn't your ordinary cat. Sure, she may have looked just like a regular neighborhood puss, but anyone who interacted with her knew just how much attention she commanded. And residents loved her. She lived in a mobile home community in Seneca, South Carolina. She was an outdoor animal, and the neighborhood offered her plenty of open space to roam. Her owners would let her out every morning, and Miss Kitty did her thing. Missy Grant, one of the feline's owners, was proud of the reputation her cat had around the neighborhood. However, she admitted Miss Kitty's demeanor changed after an unfortunate post-pregnancy incident. On April 17, 1993, Miss Kitty gave birth to a litter of kittens, which should have been a joyous occasion for everyone involved, especially the proud mother. However, every one of the kittens passed shortly after birth, leaving the mother shattered. To make matters even worse for Miss Kitty, the Grant couple also had a cocker spaniel named Smoochie, who gave birth to a litter of puppies not long after Miss Kitty's litter passed away. Of course, the couple was grateful they didn't have to again deal with the death of their animal's young, but they knew Miss Kitty felt jealous. However, they also noticed something strange about Smoochie. The cocker spaniel seemed like she really had no interest in being a mother to her new pups at all. This clearly concerned the Grants, and they were even more alarmed when they caught Miss Kitty doing something bizarre one afternoon. Missy heard Miss Kitty rummaging around their yard one morning and went outside to make sure everything was okay. When she opened the door, she saw the cat running across the yard with one of Smoochie's puppies in her mouth. Not long after Miss Kitty was seen with the pup, Linda Blackwell, one of Missy's neighbors, told the cat's owner she was hearing animal sounds underneath her home. So Missy did some investigating. She figured if the cat carried away one puppy, she was likely to come back for another one. Sure enough, Miss Kitty did, and this time the owner followed her. Lo and behold, the cat went straight to Linda's mobile home. After Miss Kitty jumped up inside a tiny opening, Missy got onto her hands and knees and crawled under Linda's home. She found the opening Miss Kitty jumped up into, and she peeked inside. When Missy saw Miss Kitty nestled in the corner of a small crawl space, surrounded by several of Smoochie's children, her eyes shot wide open. She immediately went and pulled her husband in on the eye-opening action. Ryan Grant listened to the story Missy told him about catching Miss Kitty carrying one of Smoochie's pups across their yard. He followed his wife to Linda's home and took a look inside the crawlspace himself. Ryan, just like Missy, was stunned to see Miss Kitty acting like the small pups were her own litter. She was cleaning them and even letting them feed from her. This was especially rare to see. The couple thought maybe if Miss Kitty got her hands, paws on kittens, even if they weren't her own, she would part ways with the pups. So the couple took to a local news station, asking if people had stray kittens to donate. A man who lived up the road from the mobile community was kind enough to offer up 2 kittens, and the Grants prayed it would work. However, Miss Kitty simply welcomed the cats into her puppy litter. When local veterinarian Dr. Andrew Holland heard the story, he couldn't believe the cat was actually replacing her missing litter with the cocker spaniel pups. However, he did supply Ryan and Missy with some important information about the new developments. He stressed the importance of the pups feeding from their actual mom, so he taught the Grants how to calmly help Smoochie lie on her back and coax the young dogs to her. Luckily, it worked. The puppies fed from their actual mother, but they were also drawn to Miss Kitty's nurturing habits. Smoochie and Miss Kitty both acted like parents to the young pups, and Ryan and Missy, although slightly confused, were happy it all worked out.